Trump didn't address his tirade towards Tinubu as a person. If Trump thought Tinubu was complicit, he would have written Tinubu's name in that tweet.
Because he just doesn't care.
He simply feels the Nigerian state is failing to protect its Christian population. But for me, this opens a vista of opportunity now for further collaborations with the American government to once and for all put an end to the terrorism in Nigeria. And let me just give this open advice to the president. He's doing his best in terms of security, but there's a limitation. He appears to have inherited the template that was put in place, the response mechanism, the containment template that was put in place by the Buhari administration. He needs to change that template. You cannot keep treating mass killings in Benue and Plateau as communal crisis. No matter how hard they try to justify it as communal crisis, I always pick a hole in the argument. For instance, if a Fulani man who is most likely a Muslim and his cattle are attacked by criminals, the Nigerian state should go after the criminal that attacked that Fulani man and bring such a criminal to justice. And also put in preventive measures to protect the Fulani man and his trade.
It's about humanity.
But if, for instance, that was allowed to happen and there was no consequence, the Fulani man and his fellow militiamen who wants to revenge on behalf of their fellow Fulani must be prevented from doing so. And where they succeed in doing so, they must be brought to justice. You know why? The person who stole the Fulani man's cow and killed the Fulani man in the process is unlikely to be the person that the militia went to kill in reprisal. What this means is that, assuming, for instance, a group of Ibira criminals attacked a Fulani colony and killed the Fulani man and stole his cow, and the me of Abuja, I'm not a criminal, and I'm driving to my village and I come under an ambush.
Absolutely.
How do you justify the killing of Majeed Dahiru now to avenge something I was not part of? We are not in a jungle. We are cycle of killings and reprisal are normalized and presented as communal crisis. The state must rise up and defeat killers across board. There are no two sides to these killings. There is only one side. That one side comprised of Nigerians that are unarmed, that are defenseless, that are left unprotected, Muslim, Christian, Ogun worshippers, and all inclusive. It's just one side. Versus or against, standing against the tyranny, the terror of all criminal gangs and terrorist groups, including Muslim, Christian, and all other groups. So the government must understand that in tackling this matter, Nigerians are on one side versus terrorists. So this attempt to disaggregate and say they are killing more Muslims than Christians. If Muslims, by the way, are comfortable being killed by jihadi groups, why should Christians be comfortable and not speak about it? There's one thing you cannot attribute to Tinubu, a religious bigotry on a scale that he will now stand by and allow Christians to massacre under his watch. He may not have been able to contain it the same way Nigeria is battling with all different theaters of conflict. But the man at the center, the man at the government today, cannot, by any stretch of imagination, be accused of aiding and abetting genocide against Christians. So what am I saying? This opens an opportunity for Nigeria. IPOB is an Igbo militant group. Most of the killings in the southeast, 99% of the killings in the southeast are by Igbo militants, and their victims are Igbos. But the day that a Hausa woman named Fatima was killed in Onitsha, along with her 4 children, it changed the dynamics. We are here on this program. Daily Trust put it on the front page. Why? A northerner has been killed. And I came here, the way I'm shouting now, I shouted that to say, look, if an Igbo man kills an Igbo man, it doesn't carry the same weight with when an Igbo man kills a Hausa person.
It's not about humanity.
Because I said, if this tendency continues, you've killed 5 today, you kill 5 tomorrow, it's turning towards genocide. That is what genocide here. Because you're targeting people's ethnicity. Initially, the Northern State government tried to sweep it as the normal killing. I said, no, it's not normal. But it's not normal. Soludo had to issue a statement the next day to acknowledge that, okay, this one is a special case. He sent a representative of the government to go and greet the families and invited the Seriki Hausawa of Odisha to government house for the meeting, where he announced to the whole world that this man is 70 years old but was born in Onitsha, meaning he's as Anambra as anybody, along with his community, and they are going to be protected by the state. And truly, like I said, the government is making all the efforts. ISWAP, that has vowed to cleanse Nigeria of its non-Muslim population and turn Nigeria into an Islamic state, is being battled in the northwest by the largest military operation ever established after the Civil War in Nigeria. And it is comprising of men and women from all the parts in Nigeria that are dying daily to protect us from Israel, right? So we are doing enough. But what we should do is that the government should not ask the US to say, we are not sitting idly by. Tinubu cannot, it's not possible. You can accuse another person of that, but not Tinubu. So Tinubu should leverage on this outrage. If Christians are his concern, and if the terrorists are killing both Christians and Muslims, let us leverage on Trump's Christian sentiment now to get himself to kill the common denominator.